Can you actually believe it? It's finally Zelda week. It's finally time for Tears of the Kingdom, and I bet the moments are passing so slow. I bet the hours are just stretching longer than you thought they possibly could, and that's why I'm here to save the day. I'm here to help you play Zelda Tears of the Kingdom early in a way that is completely legal, completely legit, Nintendo will be okay with it. They're not going to send the ninjas after you because this works every single time I've tried it and is a great way for you to play Zelda early before your friends, before the midnight launch, before your copy arrives if you pre-ordered it from Amazon or Best Buy or whatever. This is a foolproof way to get in on Tears of the Kingdom and get started on the greatest Nintendo release of the decade early. You don't want to miss this one. Hit that like button if you are ready for Tears of the Kingdom. I'm so freaking pumped that we made it to this week. Let me show you the entire process of how to make this happen. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's get it done so you can get in and get back to Hyrule and the new world of Tears of the Kingdom. Ultra Hand, Fuse, Ascend, Recall right away as early as humanly possible. Who's hungry? I'm hungry. And frankly, I do not have the time or the desire or the willpower to go grocery shopping, pick a meal, and prepare that meal. Way too much. Thankfully, today's video is brought to you by Factor, who are angels in my life. They are the #1 ready-to-eat meal plan, and I freaking love it. These meals are so good. The taste is insane. Like, this feels like you have a Hell's Kitchen chef at your fingertips, but they're not actually there, and you don't have to pay them some crazy price. You just get a Factor box, which is very flexible in that you can switch how many meals you want per week. If you're planning on having someone over and you want to account for them, or if you're even going on vacation and want to skip a week, it's very, very malleable to make what works for you. Tons of different options, tons of great meals. They all taste amazing. So instead of standing there and staring at aisle after aisle of infinite opportunity and also potential hours and hours of chaos, why don't you pop your meal in from Factor in 2 minutes and you have something that is never frozen but tastes absolutely amazing and is virtually effortless to make. Make sure to go to factor75.com or click the link in the description down below and use my code SWITCHFORCE40 to save 40% off your first box. That's nearly half off. And I'm telling you, the convenience and the taste is otherworldly. HelloFresh now owns Factor, and I enjoy both. You want to get a little more hands-on? HelloFresh, you can prep the ingredients that they provide. Factor is just all about, well, bam, I pick the meal, I get the meal, I eat the meal. All of that thought is taken from me, and frankly, I'm grateful. So make sure to click the link in the description down below and use my code SWITCHFORCE40. Every time you click the link, it helps support the channel, it helps support what I do, and honestly, it will help support your stomach, your stress, and your tongue. So to kickstart this entire process, we've got to go to nintendo.accounts.com, and that is where we're going to be able to create our new Nintendo account. Now, we obviously want to create a brand new account because we are trying to access a different region eShop, and we'll have to pick our birthday. I was born on January 1st, 1893. It was a very, very festive New Year's Day before the turn of the century. We got to create a nickname here. Obviously, you guys can pick whatever you want. SwitchForce Aus is not going to fit, so I'll do SF_Aussie to help me know that this is my Australian account. I'm going to put an email in. Now, if you have an extra email, you can use that, but it can't be one that's already tied to a Nintendo account. So you may need to create a new Gmail. I'm going to use the switchforceaus@gmail.com. That way I know it's going to be good. Got to get the password in here, so we'll skip past that real fast. And it's got your date of birth, it's got your gender, and then most importantly, your country or region. So we're of course going to pick Australia. As I mentioned, New Zealand would be the ultimate best, but Australia is a very close second, and it's much easier to get those eShop point cards. So we are ready to go. We've got the account just about created here. Everything is set. I'm going to not receive emails, and I am going to agree to terms of service. And then it's going to want me to verify said email. So I'll go into my email, grab their little 4-digit code, super easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We bring the code back to the website. We confirm that we've got verification, and voila, the account is going to be created. Now we need to eventually merge it onto our Switch. But before we go to the Switch side of things, let me show you how to get these point cards. Now, I know it seems a little dicey of like, ooh, you're going to get other region point cards from a website, but I'm telling you, I've been doing this for 3.5 years, ever since the Switch came out, and I have had no problem. So we're going to use a website called offgamers.com, and the site may look like, oh my gosh, are they going to take my money and not deliver the point cards? But I'm telling you, they will. A couple of years back, they struggled a little bit in terms of their verification of payment, and sometimes it would take a few hours to get your point cards. But last year and this year, it's been no problems. Okie dokie, we are here on Off Gamers. Their website is new, but it's not new. It just looks very new, so we need to update this for 2023. You're going to go over here and type in eShop. All right, we know the eShop is what we want and where we want to go. We're going to search for it, and there's all sorts of different, whoa, this is not the eShop I know and love. Bass Pro Shop? I don't think so. Nintendo eShop. They've really simplified their system, which is really nice. And again, if this looks like it's some sort of scam, I promise you, it is not. I have used this at least a dozen times, and it always works great. You got the eShop gift card selected. Product you're going to pick from the region that you're creating the account. And because we're accessing Australia, as that will be the region that unlocks Tears of the Kingdom first, it's going to be Nintendo eShop card AU. We'll confirm that in here. It's going to be ready to go, and then we select our option. Now, this is where you have to kind of do a little bit of math. You got to figure out, because the Aussie bucks do not equate exactly to US bucks. You do see that they have some discount options here, and they always have small promos. It's not a ton, but it's saving, $2.11. We'll take that. That's pretty good. But before you decide which cards you need, it's important that you go and find out exactly how much this game costs. So we're going to go to Nintendo of Australia's official website. Here it is. We want to make sure we find out exactly what Tears of the Kingdom right here is going to be. So we can go and find a retailer, pre-order now. We need to pre-order now on Nintendo's actual Australia website, and we see that it is $89.95 in Australia bucks. If that sounds like a lot, remember that Tears of the Kingdom is Nintendo's first $70 video game, and this is not $90 American, this is 90 Aussie bucks, and so it'll convert back pretty darn close to 70. You're not paying a premium for using the Australian eShop, you are just paying the price that they would pay in Australia, and it does equate roughly to the same amount. 16.2 gigs down here. That's a beefy game. All right, so we go back to Off Gamers, we say we need 90, so that's going to be a $60 eShop card and a $30 eShop card. Now, there is a chance that you might need a little bit more. Tax-wise, it might put it just over the $90 mark, which means you might need to grab a little bit of extra currency. But as you can see, a 60 and a 90 is only going to be actually $64. So if you add these two together, you're actually saving money off of the US version. This is actually a cheaper way, and you get it early. I don't know what's better than that. Cheaper and earlier. Boom, it's Kismet. Copacetic, beautiful soulmates, cheaper and earlier. Like I said, you might need to buy a $15 eShop card, but don't worry, even if you do, you can get something else off the eShop, or you can save it for the next big Nintendo release. This is all going to be valuable and work for you. Now, you'll pick the card that you want, click confirm, and you will go to buy now. This system has improved dramatically. So once you log in, you'll get to pick where you want to pay, how you want to pay. They used to really struggle using PayPal and whatnot, but now they use PayPal perfectly, and those codes come within a couple of minutes. It's very nice. It's very simple. Trust me, this works really good. Off Gamers is a super great site and has supported me playing Switch games early and legally literally since the beginning of this generation. So get your point cards, add them in. You might have to buy them one at a time. It's kind of a little bit of a annoyance, but it's fine. You'll just have to get the codes one at a time. They'll send you an email when it's ready, but again, it only takes a couple of minutes. So you boot up your Australian eShop, and it's just like the eShop you're used to using. There's no tricks to it. Everything loads easily, nicely. What game are we trying to get? No Place Like Home? No. We're trying to get freaking Tears of the Kingdom. And so we'll go to Tears of the Kingdom. Cat Mario will say ka-chow, and then we will proceed to purchase. You see, there's the price that we knew about. Thanks to the Australian website, we proceed to purchase. And I'm telling you, this all works easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It all happens simplistically. Even though this is not your region, you have the correct point cards, and this is where you will click Nintendo eShop card, and you will plug in your prepaid code from Off Gamers, or if you have a different place that you got it. And it doesn't matter if your Switch is a North American Switch a Japanese Switch, an Australian Switch, a UK Switch. Nintendo Switch is region free, allowing you to access all the eShops, and this is a tried and true awesome method to get games early. So you plug in your eShop prepaid code, you will go through the completion of your checkout, and then you'll be ready to go. You will start downloading Tears of the Kingdom, the preload, which already includes the day one update, which is awesome and very convenient, and then you will be ready to play. Now I'm telling you, this is going to unlock for Australian time, not your time. Even if your default user on your Switch is a US account or a UK account, this will unlock when it reaches midnight in Australia. And so you can do the time conversion yourself, but 12 midnight on May 12th for Australia is going to be early morning Thursday for most of you. That means you wake up Thursday morning and you'll be able to unlock and play Tears of the Kingdom. It's already downloaded, you already spent your Aussie bucks, and it will just unlock a day before anybody else's copy. You will be ready to go. You'll wake up Thursday, maybe take the day off, maybe just play it under your desk, I don't know. But around 8 or 9 a.m., depending on your time zone, you will be playing Tears of the Kingdom on a Thursday, not on a Friday. And that is freaking sweet, buying you a full day to get in and get ahead and to enjoy this magical moment earlier than we expected. I mean, everybody has been waiting so long for May 12th, but thankfully you now can play it on May 11th. I hope this helps some of you out. I'm so excited for the game. I got tons of coverage coming your way, all sorts of tips and tricks and best weapons, and I'm just going to really commit myself to being an awesome spoiler-free way for you guys to enjoy and support and really get the most and celebrate this Tears of the Kingdom. Like, it's really such a big moment. I'm so freaking excited. I think this game has a good shot at being game of the decade. Definitely a game of the year contender, without a doubt. The sales are going to be insane. The scores should be super high, and the fun begins early for you. And I hope you guys are excited. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button if you enjoy the video and it helps you play Tears of the Kingdom early. You got any questions? Let me know in the comments down below. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. Love you all a lot. It's Zelda week, baby. And yours comes a little bit early.